you just tell us a bit about this whole week with your teammate going through all the different changes? I mean, how difficult was that for you, being there for your teammate, but also focusing on this big fight for yourself?
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs this week. Me and Daniel just had to stay focused. I'm there for him, and I want him to go out, victoriously and everything else. With the change and everything else, you don't know who your opponent is, especially for him, a guy who's cutting weight the whole week. I don't go through that, so I can't put myself in his shoes, but it's tough, looking from the outside, watching him go through each practice as we get closer to the fight. It's tough, and all he had to do was stay focused, and I was ready for my fight, and that was it.
It's been nearly 2.5 years since you've had your hand raised in the octagon. With all the injuries and tribulations you've been through, what was the feeling like when you finally got that win?
Just good, I know if my body's good, I'm going to go out there and perform the way I should. I know that. I haven't lost a step, I still feel fast. I still feel, like I'm the best heavyweight out there. I just need to be healthy and get in there and get that shot, and that's it.
Okay, talk to us about that spinning wheel kick. It's not something we've seen you do before, but very impressive.
Yeah, it's a technique that I've been working on with me and Javier Mendez. It kind of developed as first we were doing kind of a capoeira kick, and then as I got more and more comfortable with it, I would just throw my leg up there, and I throw a lot in practice, and it lands. I'm pretty accurate with it, so definitely, it's a thing that we always have to improve. We always have to get better. We always have to, learn new things and go out there and execute them, and I feel like that's one of them. Yeah, definitely.
Miocic-Overeem has the next title shot against Stipe Miocic. A lot of the other heavyweights are tied up as well. Who do you foresee being your next opponent, and how far are you off that next title shot?
We'll see what the UFC says. I want that fight definitely. I want to fight the winner of Stipe and Overeem. As far as a fan and also an athlete, I mean that's a tough fight. Both guys are tough guys. Overeem has been in the sport for forever. He has amazing kicks, knees. Stipe is a guy who has great cardio and good boxing. So. With that, I mean, for me, it's a toss-up. I'm just a fan as far as watching the fight and, just to see who wins.
You've prepared for so many championship fights over the past 6 years. How did this feel, just preparing for a 3-round fight and your body responding to that as well? Was this a bit of a change of pace for you?
It was, the 3 rounds. I haven't done that in forever. In practice, obviously, that does make it easier, on you when you just go 3 rounds instead of doing the whole 5 rounds. But it was just business as usual, I know Travis is a guy who's tall and lengthy. He moves really well. He hits hard. So I had to be, aware of what he does really well. So.
And as you've gotten older and more mature, do you listen to your body a lot more now? You've talked about the incredible pain threshold you've had and working through injuries in the past. Has that changed?
It hasn't changed. I still am that way, but I've done a lot more maintenance with each practice. I'll go into practice early and do a lot more stretching. Before I would come in right when practice would start, and I would just get in the mix from 0 to 100 without even warming up. And now that's changed, and I feel a difference every day. I feel like my body's intact. There's nothing. There's no joints that's tweaking, or I feel that something's a little bit injured going in. Everything feels 100%. So I feel like what I'm doing now is good.
With that stoppage, did you feel was he out when they stopped it with only like a couple of seconds left, or was it a case of he just sort of thought that the round was ending? Did you feel he was out?
I didn't feel he was out. He was trapped in a position where he wasn't getting out of, and I was just throwing clean shots at his head. You know what I mean? And they were hard shots too. For a guy to be in a position like that and you throwing hard shots over and over again, I mean, it needs to be stopped. You know what I mean? Because he's just going to take punishment all the way through. But I wasn't sure if the ref was going to stop it, before the bell. I heard it, so I just went until, hopefully he stopped it or until the round ended.
When you heard the clapper, did you think maybe I can just pick up the pace a bit here and force the ref's hand?
Definitely, yeah, I heard the clap. Okay, well, pick up the pace, but do I think fight's gonna end? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do everything I can do to make that happen. So. And
your thoughts on DC's performance tonight?
His performance, it's hard when you get a new opponent, especially a guy like Anderson Silva, one of the greatest fighters of all time. As far as in the stand-up, really quick, good kicks, moves really well. It's just an amazing striker, yeah, DC got the win. You know, I know it's not his best performance, you know, and I'm sure he'll say that, but he went out there, he got the win, and if, you know, he had time to get ready for a guy like that, I mean, you'd see a much better DC.
He talks very much about how having you in camp and obviously training for the same event is very beneficial to him. How much did it help you to have him to train with for the same night, you know, same fight night?
The best thing for me in DC is to be on the same card, you know, because with that, we're at every practice together, we're pushing each other, we're competing against each other every day. And it's the best thing for us. You know, he didn't have that the first John Jones fight. I was out with an injury, so to not push him was tough. You know, but when we're on the same card, that's the best thing for us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Cain.
Thank you.